Hello friends, I'm Lynn and welcome to my channel, Mistress of Highlight. In today's video, we're going to do a get ready with me where I will be including the new Too Faced limited edition pumpkin spice eyeshadow palette, as well as the melted matte liquid lipstick. These are really cool. Absolutely excited about them. I've already worn it kind of once, so I kind of cheated. I'm sorry, I couldn't wait for you guys. But anyway, so the palette is $50 and the liquid lipstick is $22. I got both from Ulta. Do keep in mind that if you are a member that has Ulta rewards, like I have Platinum, for example, because me, the kids and I also get our haircuts done over there and stuff like that. Jen is a great stylist at Huebner Oaks, by the way, so see her, or Alyssa. Anyway, so we rack up points like very quickly, and so we get money off sometimes, but then we also sometimes when you order online from ulta.com, you can also end up getting some coupons. And I did end up having a coupon for you ordering from the site, and I got 10 bucks off, right? And then there was free shipping also. So not a bad deal. So here are some of the colors here, or actually these are the colors, not some of, but here are the colors right here. And really nice, got some neutrals, some warms in there, got some sparklies because you need those in your life. And there's basically one really like, well, there's the pink, right, which is a la mode, but whipped cream is like a really, really light pink. It's not even white for whipped cream. I mean, it's the closest to white, but it's like more of like a light foamy pink color. But there is orange in there. The pumpkin spice, that color is actually really, really cool. Spice of Life is a really nice purple. Warm and Cozy is a nice burgundy, like an aubergine, more or less. But there's a sparkly purple, sparkly pink, sparkly gold, and another, well, actually more like a sparkly lavender, and then a sparkly pink. So, and then there's a shimmery pink, which has some gold in it as well. So those are examples of some of the colors that are in there. So I already cleaned, I already moisturized my face, toned, and all that fun stuff. We're gonna start by treating the lips, because it's important to do that. I don't know why this has schmutz on it, but whatever. And this is the scrub side, which has some sugar on it. This is by Hard Candy Instant Lip Fix, and it has the scrub on one side and the treatment on the other, and what it does is it softens your lips, and it's just to moisturize my lips ahead of time while I'm waiting for the other stuff to happen. So meaning while I'm waiting for the moisturization to happen. Also in the meantime, MAC had an amazing deal that went on. It was for their Studio Fix Soft Matte Foundation Sticks, and they're $33 retail, and I got them for $9.90 each. So I got, and I'm a neutral cool, okay? And so I got NC 37, 35, and 27. And so the reason why I got those 3 different colors is because I was going to experiment with these and do some kind of a daytime friendly, light sort of contouring thing and see how it works out. If nothing else, I got the main color and I got something that's a couple of steps higher for a good highlight color. But other than that, I was thinking like maybe this for like a light shading, this for like the in-between, and then this for highlights. I mean, I don't know. I figured we'll futz around with it, see what happens, and go from there. Fine by me. And I'm all broken up, so we're broken out rather. So we're definitely doing concealer today. So something exciting I want to tell you about the Too Faced palette and the liquid lipstick. They both smell like pumpkin pie. I know. I'm so excited. I opened up the box and I was just like, even my kids found that really awesome. So I'm warming up the concealer a bit in my hands. Actually, I forgot I gotta put primer too. I'm just having a day, aren't I? Okay, so we're gonna try, and I have a wig cap on, and it's for a reason. It's because the next video that I'm going to, I try to do stuff like, you know, try to batch these out because I get a lot of stuff at the same time, because I did get a haul of wigs. Got 3 wigs that came in, and then I also got another Ulta haul, because they had a big sale and an offer that I had to take as a Platinum member. So I'm gonna put some primer on real quick. The Porefessional Hydrating Primer by Benefit. It was a little sample that I got with my Ipsy, or that I purchased extra for my Ipsy. Sorry, I'm dropping things. And be sure to use my Ipsy link down below. You're welcome to use it. And basically what it does is it just gives me extra points so that I can add stuff to the bag. And if I can add stuff to my Ipsy bag, then that means that's more stuff that I could show you, right? So be sure to use that. So the Porefessional Hydrating Primer, it's supposed to also, from what I understand, do some filling in. So I look less like I have pores. That would be nice, right? So yay. Oh, yes, I feel it. My skin already feels a little better doing that. Truly, truly. I also got a new microphone hooked up to my phone. Pop Voice, it's called. I got it on Amazon. And I'm testing it out for use on channel-related stuff. Maybe not just for this one, but also for when I work conventions in the gaming industry. You know, once we're all allowed to leave our houses again. And I was thinking, you know, I need a better microphone to attach to the phone. So I got that Pop Voice one, and I'm not sure how well it's going to work. But we'll see. So I'm spot checking, as well as doing the natural parts that I usually do concealer on. Put that over there. Ooh. See, so now I am going to take that foundation brush to start brushing those in. Back in a second. All right, so I brushed in some of that concealer. I did forget the top of my nose. So let me do that real quick. Just a little. Just don't need a lot. I'm trying not to go too heavy at all because with the foundation sticks, I'm not really familiar with using them. So I don't want to go too crazy, you know. And I still have to put eyeshadow primer on too, so I'm going to do that too. And spread that on. And what I'm doing is I'm just tamping it in. I'm going to sit there and use a blender too, but this is another thing you'll sometimes see me do, depending on how much I put. See how I'm taking some extra because there's more on this eyelid than the other, and then I'm just kind of trying to even it out. So I got that in. So now I'm going to take the blender. I'm going to beat all this in. All right, so I finished blending in my concealer. I took away a lot of the redness, and now I got an extra hair that wants to hang out with me for some reason. There we go. And I've covered up mostly the breakouts that I have because, you know, us women go through that crap. There we go. Beat that in. Done, done, done. All right, next thing I'm going to do, I am putting Too Faced lip injection. I want to plump my lips up a little bit, but it takes a few minutes for it to start working, so, and do its full effect thing. And I don't want it to like mess up the liquid lipstick either, so I'm gonna give it a few minutes to settle in on my lips and stuff like that. And as you can see, my lips are already moisturized too, because I put that stuff that I showed you. Now, if you've never used this Too Faced lip injection, you can get it from Ulta Beauty and other stores. It's about $24. And just an FYI, if you've never used Lip Plumper before, what'll shock you about it if you've never used it before is that it does make your lips tingle. It does make your lips tingle, maybe even, it's a tingle. It's not really like a burn or anything. To some people, they're just like, why is my lips burning? It's really more of a tingle than anything else. So like, don't be a sissy, please, okay? So, not a big deal. But just so you know that that's a thing. So now we're going to put on some eyeshadow. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh my God. I'm going to try and keep it simple today. So I'm thinking I want to put on something fun. That's what I think. Okay, so I'm going to put something that's going to go with this lipstick. How about I do the PSL and Chill? I know that unless you're doing like something celebratory that you don't necessarily need to do sparkly and a less is more approach. But you know what? I do what I want. Whatever. I'll do what I want. So I'm going to put some whipped cream and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to go, you know, like up so that there's a light color like going on and stuff. Maybe put some over here. And then I'm going to put that PSL and Chill. And that's the sparkly purple. Doesn't that look fun? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God. So I'm going to put that whipped cream on first. I'm going to tamp that in. Windshield wiper when you're trying to put it in. And then you could sing the car wash song to yourself if you want to. Now, the reason why you don't see me doing the foundation after I just put in the concealer is because when I put on the eyeshadow the last time, there was some fallout that happened with the darker color especially. So I don't want to go through the whole thing of doing the foundation and everything else just to sit there and have to go through and do it again or whatever, right? So look, you see the lip pumpers working? It's pumping up. You see the little bit of redness? Don't worry, it's not dangerous. This is what lip plumpers do, just so that you're aware. All right, let me get this whipped cream on and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so you should notice up above my eyes here, or, you know, everything is all lighter. I took the whipped cream all the way up to the brow bone, okay? Went all the way up. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do what I want. So now I'm gonna put some PSL and Chill. Now I'm trying to think how I wanna go about putting it. How I wanna go about putting it, I'm thinking. Okay. So now I'm gonna put the PSL and Chill, the purple, and I'm gonna use this BH Cosmetics brush in a size 3. You notice how it's a smaller bristle, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna put on this glitz and glam. That's what I'm gonna do. Put on this glitz and glam. Well, hopefully. Now, another thing that you can do, just in case you're wondering, is you could sit there and layer colors on top of each other. Yeah, I know that probably sounds very obvious, but my point is that you see how I'm putting this purple and it's not coming on like that heavily pigmented? You could either keep building on it, or you could do something like take Spice of Life, which is the purple, and then put the sparkle over it. You can do that too. There's no law that says that you can't. Or you could just leave it light. I love that this is smelling like pumpkin pie, but it's also making me want to eat pumpkin pie too. And I can't eat sugar and carbs, but there is a keto version of pumpkin pie, just so that you know. Because you can have the pumpkin and you can make the crust with almond flour. So just in case that was something you were wondering about, and I don't know if it was or not. Okay, in other news, let's chat for a minute. A documentary that I saw recently, okay? I saw a documentary recently. It's on YouTube. You can access it yourself as well. And it's called This is Paris. And it's about Paris Hilton. I know, right? Obviously, right? So anyway, thing is, so I watched it, and I'll tell you what, if you didn't know much about Paris before, or if you always thought like she was just like that chick in The Simple Life that was dumb as hell, because you know some of them people, they do that shit on purpose for good TV. But let me tell you, okay? So one of the objectives I guess she had to coming out with this was to talk about a school that she was sent to in Provo, Utah, I believe. And she got a few other friends that she went to the school with together, and they all talked about their experiences. They were abused, they were starved or force-fed, or, you know, forced to clean the floors like the Cinderella or whatever, and it was just craziness, right, what she went through. There were some other stuff in there that really stood out to me, but either way, like, it really made me like, wow, man, damn, you know, I didn't want to know she went. I mean, granted, don't judge a book by its cover anyway, but you know what I mean? So, you know, you see them in the public eye, you think everything's one way, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute here, you know? And it was really one of those situations. There was, I mean, I don't want to sit there and put too many spoilers out to you and stuff, because I want you guys to be able to watch it too. Actually, I'll make sure to put the link in the description box below for you too. In other news too, I did post the tutorial, the video I did with the Beetlejuice makeup, so I'll put that link down there below too, once that's, you know, up and running. But anyways, by the time this video goes up, it should be up. So anyway, yeah, I felt really bad for things that she went through, to be honest. That's assuming all of it's the truth. Given the body language and stuff that happened over the course of the video, it did seem very genuine to me. And again, not to give too much spoilers, but there was some weird shit that happened in the video too. Like, she had a boyfriend that was in there with her. And she, I don't know. Apparently, I guess the reason why they put in the shit that he was pulling was to sit there and show, I guess, an example of, because of things that she went through, that there's certain things that she ends up dealing with relationship-wise. And so, you know, she ends up, I don't know how to explain it, but I felt really bad because I'm taking the color Crisp, that shimmery pink color. I'm going to put it in the front here and see how it looks. But anyways, I felt bad because the guy in the video, in the filming, the documentary, ended up acting like a complete asshole and was really, I don't know, like, it's just, you know, he was doing some crazy shit. And if you are anything like me watching it, you'll end up like me watching it with, what the hell is that jerk off doing? You know, because what he was doing was just, I don't know. So I'm putting whipped cream over this because I wanted it to be lighter. This is not as light as I had hoped in the, anyways. So I felt bad that she went through that. And again, assuming all of this is the truth, of course, right, and stuff, which, I mean, I hope so. Well, not in a bad way. I mean, like, I'd hate for somebody to go through all that trouble to be sitting there and bullshitting, is what I'm saying. But yeah, there was just, she had a boyfriend on there from Germany that was pulling some crazy ass shit. And I was like, what in the hell is that dude doing? And what else happened? Oh, there was another part too where she sat there. I'm taking Spice of Life, the purple. There was another part too where she was doing some kind of organizing or packing up stuff for something or whatever. And she had like a ton of the same laptop. A ton of the same laptop. And I was sitting there like, what the hell is she doing with so many computers? And, you know, is one for this and one for that or whatever. One for her songwriting, one for her, you know, her book or whatever, because she came out with books too, I think. Anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the hell is she doing with all these computers? Well, they get into it in the documentary. And she was sitting there saying, yeah, every time I get into another relationship, I have to buy a whole new computer because they sit there and tell me, they try to bribe me for my passwords to my computer and my information. And I'm like, you know, like, to me, if your ass got all that money, you shouldn't have to put up with that bullshit. I don't care what no one says. You know what I mean? You ever seen Spaceballs? And, you know, you see Princess, you see the princess, she's all like, I'm rich, I don't have to put up with this shit. Like, why isn't that Paris's thing? I'm rich, I'm gonna put up with you, you know? But no, I mean, she is human too, I get it. But, like, yeah, I felt bad. There's, you guys should definitely check it out. It is pretty eye-opening. And again, if what she's saying about what happened with Provo, well, those other people were involved too, so, I mean, why would they bullshit, right? But, I mean, like, you know, if all that, I'm glad that she is bringing all of that to light and that she got her friends to join in and do it too, to help other kids so that, you know, other kids don't go through what she and her friends went through, because it was pretty terrible what I was hearing, you know. Yes, my cat says hi, by the way. Sorry, I'm switching between brushes to kind of blend. When I'm doing it, I'm using this brush to put that Spice of Life color. But yeah, so definitely check that out. I'm trying to think if there were other stuff. Like, it ends up, she, well, I mean, I think we've all seen that, like, you know, she has things like fragrance and clothes and stuff like that. Apparently, it was showing how she's also a very smart woman, very, you know, smart businesswoman. And that, you know, a family sits there and tells her, Jesus Christ, kid, take a break, you know. And she's like, I can't, because I can't. She's like, I don't want to stop until I make $1 billion. I don't know how far away she is from that. I'd imagine she's not too far away from that, given all that she does and has done and stuff like that. But apparently she feels she can't, the poor thing feels she can't take a break. But I agree. I think she should, you know. I mean, I'm like, I don't see why you can't. But I guess I can't say nothing. I do the same shit. I sit there. No, I can't. I have all these things to do. So, I don't think I'll ever get up to $1 billion. I wish. That'd be nice. But, because then, you know, I don't have to worry about everything being taken care of for the kids and everything else. And then I don't have to worry about a college loan anymore. God, that would be real sweet. My college loan is, I owe more than I do on my house. It's ridiculous. It's crazy how expensive it is to go to college. So you see here what I did with the purple. I was kind of making it like an eyeliner. This one is a lot more ideal to what I was going for, admittedly. Hold on one second. I'm going to get a Q-tip and try and fix this line. Okay, you see? I think I fixed it. I did. It looks a lot better than what it was because it was like starting to get me real mad. Okay, so yes, recap. We used whipped cream. I put a touch of crisp, that shimmery pink, which shows a little bit. I put whipped cream over it, and so it just looks more of like a pastel-y pink. The PSL and Chill is that purpley sparkle that actually comes on pretty light, but you can keep building on it. And then what I did for a darker around up here and for up at the corner of the eye to do a little bit of a smoke is Spice of Life, and that is that purpley. I'm gonna try and blend this a little further. Hold on, let me blend. Because to not blend is a sin. You don't want that on your conscience. So that way you could see that there's some purple there in the corner, but you don't want it to be like so much so that it's like, I like the way that looks though. I really do. I really love it. Oh my God. Okay. So Studio Fix things, because then I can also throw away the boxes finally. So here's the MAC Studio Fix. This is the foundation stick. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna put there, side, up here, and you could probably put like some powder over, you know what I mean? And this is the reason why I got the sticks, so that I could sit here and do the contouring like that, like just kind of spread it on. And C37, and I'm putting some here, on the sides of here. Oh, I should have put some darker on the sides there too, but that's okay. I could always fix it. And then NC27 is the highlight color. Now, usually NC35 is my, main color, but now we're going into the colder months, and I'm tan here, but like I was at a storage place the other day helping family, clear stuff out. So it was just like, how people collect so much crap, I will never understand. So NC27, and I'm experimenting and seeing how this ends up looking. This might end up looking like total shit. I don't know. We'll see. Because if I don't end up using it, then I can use it on clients and stuff. I just have to clean off the top and then use the brush to apply it on a client, and that's not a big deal. And then what I'm doing is now I'm taking my Chanel foundation brush. Oh, which reminds me, I forgot to put some highlight on my top of my nose. Duh, hello. I don't know what I was thinking, but obviously I wasn't, because here we are. Okay. And so what my goal is here is to have these colors that I put to blend together. And what I'm doing is I'm getting it all on my face here. And then I will be taking a blender, the sponge blender, to get it to all blend in on my skin, to actually get into my skin. And hopefully I'll get the color even. If not, then at least we know I tried a different, product. I love MAC. This particular product, this Studio Fix foundation stick, I've never used before. hence my want to experiment, right? And if I have to save the day with something different, then I will. It looks all right. I probably should have dampened this sponge, is probably would have been. But if it ends up not looking good, I can always fix it. And I can also go in with a bigger brush, because I have like a bigger brush over here too that I could use to blend it further, because that's another thing you could do if it ends up looking too heavy. All right, so let me press all this in and I'll be back in a second. So I want it to look a little more blended and lighter, so I'm taking this big fat brush and you're gonna go in circular motions. So out of the colors I picked out, it looks like 2 of the colors are too close together, but when I looked online, it didn't look like that, you know? And for 10 bucks, I mean, it wasn't gonna trip, you know what I mean? If it wasn't right, because like I said, I can end up just cleaning off the top of it and just use it on clients, not a big deal. Use it on clients, use it on models, you know, it'll match somebody, you know, for 10 bucks, you know. So 2 of the colors are too close together. And that's okay. So what that can mean is if I wanted to further contour, I'll just go back in with a powder, with one of my contouring powders, like a bronzer, and no big deal. And that'll fix it just fine. But even so, what I have going on here is a pretty decent start. My forehead up here right now, because, you know, the time, not timing, I'm talking about like hormone-wise, it's, my forehead's a bit dry today, admittedly, so. But I'm gonna get ready to get some bronzer real quick, and I'm gonna put it in, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I have my Lancome bronzer with my angular contour brush, and I'm gonna do it on my usual spots, which is to sculpt my cheeks, the sides of the nose, which you would usually do with a smaller brush, but I've used this stuff for definitely long enough. And this is just, I'm not trying to go too heavy with the bronzer. I just wanted it to be a bit more of a daytime, you know, just a little more sculpting going on in a daytime friendly kind of way. And granted, you should get your neck too. So if you can, definitely do that. Okay, that looks better. And blend. If you don't blend, that is a sin, my friends. Always blend. See that? So it's just a light, you know, nothing crazy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do around the hairline? It's gonna be covered anyway. What? So now let's do the lip. Or actually, while I'm thinking about it, look, I got this Urban Decay in Raw Energy. It's a purple. I got it recently. You might have seen me show it off in my Ulta haul. See how it looks with this. Put it along my waterline. So you see how it's a little darker here? Kind of put it all together kind of deal. There, I like the way that. Sasia Beverly Hills for the brows. Gonna put the brow gel on. I'm not gonna really fill them. I'm gonna see if when I put the gel, making them look a little, stand out a little more and look stronger, if I could take the place of doing the filling. Actually, I like the way that looks. That looks like that could work. I do still have to fix my brows and make them a little more even in shape and whatever, which, speaking of, there is one part to this brow that's always been missing just to do a light cocoa drizzle. Yeah, that works even better. Cocoa drizzle. I took the Too Faced Cocoa Drizzle eyeshadow and used that to kind of fill the spot. And my cat is like trying to come in the room, and I'm just like, no, I'm busy, leave me alone. Okay, see all the different ways that you can use different things and make use of things? Love it. Let me do the same thing on this one, because now with the corners, now it looks a little weird. Just to create kind of more of an arch. You see how that does that? And all I did was took a little bit of that brown eyeshadow, Cocoa Drizzle it's called on this palette, and just, this one I have to do a little, make it a little lighter, but you get the idea. So by doing that, I created an arch in my eyebrow, bam. All right, now time to do the lip. Gonna use MAC in Strip Down. It's my favorite nude pencil. And I'm doing the bow of my lip there, and a little on the bottom. See, I got the bottom there. And I'm gonna go a little out. I want my lips to look a little thicker than usual. I mean, otherwise, why did I put lip plumper, right? But just so that you know and understand what I'm doing. So what's gonna happen is, if you look and compare to other videos, you're gonna notice that my lip is gonna look a little plumper than usual, besides because of lip plumper. Because you can do it with lipstick too, okay? Okay, so here's the liquid lipstick, okay? And I got a hair in my eyelash. Go away. Where is the hair? Okay. So here's the matte in Pumpkin Spice. This is supposed to be a long-wearing lipstick. Which in my experience, it's worked very well in that regard. So the thing is though, with long wearing lipsticks, to keep in mind is it's extra important to moisturize underneath, because the long wearing, the stuff in it to make it long wearing is actually, it dehydrates your lips really bad. So you don't want to deal with that. And I'm kind of going along with the line there. See that? It's got like an orangey look to it. It's like it's like a nude that leans towards orange. Really nice fall color. Love it. So it looks like I did some purpley with my eyes there, kept it light, but now it still looks kind of weird, right? Well, we're gonna fix that. We gotta put on some eyelash action. It's what needs to happen. Oh, one other tip I wanted to give you. If you want to add some gloss to this, instead of it being matte, you could put a lip gloss over it, right? You could do that with any matte lipstick, actually. But the one that I did that it looked really nice is Estee Lauder. It's Pure Color Envy in Discreet Nude. So the last time I wore this and I wanted it to look glossy, this was the color I put over it. So you can do like a clear gloss, a light nude gloss or something. If you want to mix other color to it, you know, like a gold maybe or something kind of gloss, you could put that over that too and give it a nice effect. So, you know, just some ideas, things to share. Okay, so those of you who have previously watched my videos have probably seen me put on these magnetic lashes before. This is the magnetic lash set that's from Ulta. And I believe I paid something like 18 bucks for it or something like that. And it comes with 2 pairs, and each pair apparently you can wear about 15 times. Okay, and this is the bottom layer one. They look the same, you know, and whatever. I've only been wearing the top one so far. That way when I finish using it, I can just move to the other one or whatever. But this is the magnetic liner that comes with it. And I'm just going to carefully just put some of it on and have enough of a lining so that the lashes can go on. So I'll be back in a second. So I got my lashes on. I started by putting the magnetic liner before doing the eyelash curling. So word to the wise and also to me, eyelash curl first, then do the magnetic liner. Otherwise the magnetic liner sticks to your eyelash curler, and that's not fun for anyone. So there was that. And then I put on the Lash Princess Mascara by Essence. Essence makeup, I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is over here. And then I put on my magnetic lashes. So while I was putting on the mascara, that gave the magnetic liner time to set, to become tacky enough so that I could put the lashes on. See? I know it probably looks weird on camera, but right now you can see it's even like this. So thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. Now I'm going to put some hair on and take some pictures, and I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.